Hey Libra, long time no see. I'm glad to be here and I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time in your day to watch this video. This is your September love reading. I'm going to use oracles and tarot. We're going to look at the overarching energy. There'll be a theme which you'll find in the title, so once I'm done reading, I'll let you know what this is about. I don't know if this will be necessarily a singles message. Most likely it'll be a message for someone who has someone in mind. But let's just dive in. First, let me ask you though to please like the video. Do subscribe to the channel if you feel this is of interest to you. So let's use a major arcana for the overarching energy of the month. This one. Oh, no. Let it be said that the card I was about to pull, there was more than one card and it felt like too much. So the feeling was it's too much, too dense. You get the Temperance. It's called the Arc in this deck. It's a beautiful energy of, I want to say transmuting, but mostly sharing for me in today's read. It comes through as you want to share of yourself. It's almost like you want to give a piece of your mind. You not necessarily give it away. You want to share. You want to express yourself, and you would like to have the right people in front of you, sort of almost like saying you want the right people in front of you to receive what you have to share, if you know what I mean. Somehow there's an emphasis here on wanting you to know that the people that you speak with or exchange with, especially in love, that they're actually, well, for one, reciprocating, but also truly grateful and appreciative of you and what you're saying or doing. So let's see what the oracle says for you in terms of your love dynamic for the month. What is going on between the two of you? One speaks of courage, boldness, and being audacious. The other one is freedom, autonomy, and being mobile, being very on the move. So there's a situation that's going to require maybe to get around, go somewhere. But mostly I feel that you need to exert your freedom. Like courageously, I think, be yourself in a way. I think that freedom, autonomy here is also to do with who you are, authentically speaking, which goes back to what I was saying about sharing yourself and wanting to have the best people in front of you to really exchange with. But it does require you to have a lot of courage to even share yourself, I feel, in the month of September. So let's see why that is. Why maybe one of you, maybe your person here is someone they could be the one that loves freedom. So it could be that you want to share more, that you want to spend more, excuse me, more time with them. Except it could be hard to have them actually sit down for you. They seem to be on the move. They seem to be hard to keep them in one place. Let's see with this tarot what we're really looking at. That There's a huge change. There's a huge change. Okay, I'm gonna pull some more because it could pertain to so many things here. I'm gonna pull. The Page of Swords, the Three of Pentacles but in the reverse, and the Seven of Cups, Seven of Hearts. All right, so I was hoping that you had the right person in front of you to actually exchange and express yourself and feel that, you know, you're really seen and heard, and that there was a true exchange, or that there will be a true exchange. Unfortunately, I'm wondering if you're going to realize that it's not the case, that the person that you have in front of you in September might not be the right person. You might choose to cut them off. You might choose to stop interacting with them. So you'll need to courageously free yourself from this person. You're going to need to move away maybe and regain your autonomy. You're going to have to probably work solo in September. I think it's because you're noticing a lack of collaboration. You're also noticing with time, as time unfolds, you're noticing a lot of well, you can see that this person has options. If in a love sense, you could presume and assume that they have more than one person that they can go to, or that they already do. It would explain why this person is not really spending time with you. I think you're going to see that for yourself, which seems to have been something that you weren't able to witness. And now it's the case with the Page of Swords. There's no more thinking that it's possible. It's like you have either proof, or at least you are witnessing it for yourself. It's not being told to you. It's not something that you're guessing. It's not something that you're presuming, really. You're working with hard facts here. Let's see in which way they're not collaborating in September. Why that is. I think they're not collaborating because I think that you're toying with more than one person. And I really get the impression that you're toying. So I'm sorry for that, but because I don't think you're invested in any of the other opportunities. I think you're really just exploring. So you're sort of toying. Not to say that you're not a serious person, not to say that you don't want necessarily a committed relationship, but at the moment you're behaving like someone who's like just dipping their toes in every sort of, in all these bowls, right? And getting a taste for different people, different relationships, different possibilities. I don't think you're invested in any of them, but you're giving to a lot of people. So, I mean, it goes back to your overall energy. There's something about you that, I wouldn't necessarily say that usually, typically on Temperance, but in this case, I feel that you're using this energy and sharing yourself in a way that you're mainly craving attention from others, and you're sort of you're testing the waters to see who will respond in kin, and you're also testing the waters to see who is a match here for you. And anyone who isn't, it's a straight up like, okay, you're out. You're not for me, it's not for me. So at least it has the it goes back to this boldness. You're very how can I say, you're strict. You're being strict, unyielding, because I think for you it's a question of integrity. Queen of Wands, Queen of Rods here. That's the boldness. That's definitely the energy of knowing what you want. In the things that you want, you're looking for beauty. First and foremost, I have to say, it's definitely the energy that you're seeking out. You also want someone extremely passionate. You want someone that's very responsive, intimately wise. You also want someone that loves to explore in that sense as well. The Three of Wands is in the reverse. So that's twice that you get the Three of Coins is in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Rods, Three of Wands is in the reverse. Okay, so between the two of you in September, it's definitely not a match. Part of the fact that what you're noticing about the lack of collaboration, so one thing that you're disliking about this person that makes you not go with them, is that they could have promised things to you that they never delivered on. But if they didn't promise, you were expecting something from them. So I want to maybe be careful about the fact that you had expectations that weren't fulfilled. But I mean, it's always difficult when we have expectations, whether you're aware of that or not. But you seem to have, even just from the start, from what you really want out of a relationship. You're entitled to that, though. You're entitled to want to be seen and heard and have someone reciprocate with you. And if you're looking for a specific type of energy, the way I see you on the Temperance, how I see you doing, like how that's your main concern, your main intent. So it's not something you're going to negotiate with or settle on. I really apologize for the noise outside. I forgot to close the windows, and it's the day of the week where they're, picking up all the litter and the recycling and all of that. So sorry for that. Hopefully it won't last very long. I'm so sorry. It's life. It's part of life. Okay, let me show you what energy you're on. You're the boss. It speaks of mentoring as well as finances. So that's another aspect of you that you're not willing to settle on. That's another thing that you want. You want someone that at least gives off the energy of being a boss. You want someone that owns their life. You want someone that owns their finances. But you're also willing to teach this person and or be taught by this person if you feel that they have something to teach you. That's a lot of the mentor-mentee energy is the Temperance, right? What you actually are exchanging and bringing to one another. I really believe it has to do with the two-way street here. Very important. Which goes back to the freedom here. I think the autonomy part of this reading speaks to, you want someone that has their own money, that carries themselves, right, independently, that you don't have to pay everything for them, etc., etc. Let's see what the oracle, another oracle. Since the person that we are looking at is not the right fit, like What's the use of that besides you needing to know that one specific person, at least the one that you're dealing with in September, the fact that you're going to discover that they're not necessarily for you. They don't seem to be showing up. They don't seem to be, they're not collaborative. Well, they're not collaborative for one because they're not showing up. But here we have music. The other key word is sensitivity. So being sensitive to music in general. You know, that's another thing that you really, really enjoy. It's almost like a must here. You have to have someone that loves music as much as you. That have the same sensitivity in terms of, like I said, this very fine-tuning energy of you want someone to be precisely on your frequency. You want someone to know to attune to you constantly. You want them to be able to sense you to the millimeter here. So that's very important. The other card, this is the tomb, and it speaks of memories. So in this case, it's death again. The tomb for me is simply saying that the person that we have in front of you is really not the right one. Is really not the right one. I'm curious to pull another card here, so I'm gonna go for tarot. I want to see your options because I'm sorry, but it's like saying to you, I wonder when in the month of September you're going to realize this person is not for you. I have a feeling that you could even already know. For some reason, I feel you're still entertaining this person for whatever reason. I don't know if you're trying to really see or give them a chance, or I don't know what else you're trying to figure out before you truly make up your mind. Anyways, at some point in the month, you're going to realize they're not for you. But I also see you entertaining all these other people. And so I wonder why you're spending so much time on this one if you know they're not right. You get 2 cards for that. You get strength again. I say again because I do think this audacity, boldness, and courage sort of speak of strength and the attributes of strength. But you also have the 8 of Swords. Okay, strength is also called, in many decks, it's called lust, which is what I think is basically why you have options. I think you're I do believe that you're having a good time here, or at least that's your intent in September. Okay, I'm gonna say something. I really don't enjoy what I'm about to say. I don't like to bring it up, but I'm seeing it. So for some reason, I feel like you're entertaining this person. I think you know they're not right for you. We see them here. I think you want to create some stress for them. I think you want them to see you enjoy yourself with your other options. You want them to see your strength. You want them to see how much you're out there, how much you're glowing. I think you want them to see that you're free and that you're doing what you want, that you're pretty, that people are looking at you, that you're charismatic, that basically you're the shit. And I think you're doing that in a form of punishment for the other. I literally think you want this other person to feel left out. So I'm sorry to bring this up and challenging you about your intentions, but truly I see you do that. A little bit like, especially that the tomb here speaks of the memories, so you really want this person to remember something from the past, as well as you want them to remember what's happening in September. You really want them to know or have a recollection. You're creating, it's like I'm so sorry, it feels like you're crafting memories for this person, but you're trying to make sure that you're crafting memories that are unfortunately memories that create a sense of powerlessness, like a little bit like wanting for the other person to feel like they really, really missed out and that they messed up. And I'm gonna add that you're doing that because you know that they're sensitive, and you know that it's gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt them to see you with others. It's gonna hurt them to to see that you're, oh my gosh, I hope they don't notice, but it feels like you might be entertaining them a little longer just to hurt them a little longer as well. I'm so sorry. It feels a little bit like, because even temperance here becomes like you're playing with them. I really have a sense of you toying with this person as much as you're toying with the other options, because I don't think you're investing in anyone really, or maybe you are, but because you're juggling more than one person here, I wonder just how much, just how vested you are. But you're in a position of, if you're the boss yourself, you're truly the one deciding here. You're deciding how you want things to be, right? You're in charge. Well, it's a funny read because I didn't think I was going to put it back on you in terms of having intentions that are maybe less desirable. I'm sorry for painting you in a bad light here, but it is what I'm sensing. I mean, you might have a reason to, you know, want to give someone a payback. It feels like payback. Feels like payback for especially the missed opportunities, like the fact that you waited and that this person didn't show up or didn't show up for you symbolically. Anyways, tell me what you think. Tell me how this plays out, or if you feel and it has any resemblance with something that you already are going through at the moment that you feel will unfold as well this way in September. So thank you for liking the videos, maybe even sharing or subscribing. That's much appreciated. I'll see you on the next one.